I'm Atlas, and I am here. Somewhere. Or what? Oh, there I am. This is UI Scooty, the largest star we have ever discovered. Intro aside, let's break this abnormal video of mine down real quick for the curious minded. If you're a player, you should remain on stable version this time around. If you're a modder, you should be on the experimental version, making new mods to test the update. I actually decided to make a video on this simply because it's that important for modders to understand, and I obviously can't test everything here on my own. Now, as many of you guys may obviously be able to tell, I'm not a news or really a commentary channel. I kind of post what I like and easy enough formula of what my community likes. So why this video? Easy. Lo-Fi released a big enough patch, but that patch comes with specific caveats this time around. So let's break this video into two parts: normal players and modders. And for the rest of you who may be watching this video from my own Discord, this should explain why I pinged the whole server the other day to ensure that players remain on stable. Players, your option is simple: stay on stable. Or if you're on experimental, which you generally shouldn't be to ensure the stability of your own saves, revert back. If you don't know how to revert back, here's a short GIF which will explain how if you're on Steam. Modders. Now, first and foremost, if you're even remotely an advanced modder and you decided to mess around or touch version 1.0.63 experimental and you use the cleanup feature on an actual mod you were working on over a year ago, I've made a mod to fix or ensure your mods remain stable going forward. You can find this mod on Nexus and Steam. It is called Refresh. You are more than welcome to merge this mod into yours to fix any issues, or simply use it as a guide for what was changed to ensure fixes. Please take a look at this file if you did use the cleanup tool on 1.0.63 almost a year ago. I originally made this mod so that the devs could patch this into the game themselves, as 1.0.63 cleanup feature removed a lot of leftover data from early Kenshi days. However, the 1.0.63 update and cleanup feature also broke a bunch of things. It removed the nameless AI data for one, which is why there's a bug in Genesis right now, at least on the public version. So let's make a recap real quick of changes since the last time the FCS and game got updated. The last update was 1.0.60 all the way to 1.0.64 technically. 1.0.60 had to do with translations and Steam Deck stuff. 1.0.61 fixed some sound issues, fixed town names when translated, and of course added the much wanted NPCs being able to spawn with belt slot items. Cool, big update, great, thank you. 1.0.62 fixed censorship crashings. If you were in censorship mode, sometimes you would read something and it would crash. Fixed font size issues, sorry about that, B-Frizz, I know you worked a lot on that. Fixed translation mode and a handful of bugs there. 1.0.63 fixed a missing translation, the Japanese translation, which was missing for, I think they said 5 versions. Fixed the save manager, fixed the save manager getting stuck, added a player save may be corrupted message before loading saves. And 1.0.64 introduced a bunch of FCS changes on the back end to optimize and help us keep parity with Kenshi 2 FCS, making managing them both easier. 1.0.6, whatever this version is called, experimental. That's what we'll be working on and hopefully ironing out bug-wise. This is FCS version 1.14.1. It adds a slew of changes and a bunch of new things while polishing old things. However, some of the features may not fully work right and thus may cause issues the Lo-Fi team is unaware of. So let's look at these chain notes and pinpoint some potential problem areas. I won't be going over the entirety of the change notes, but these are just areas that I think are easy to miss bugs and stuff in. So building instances may not be fully working. While removed accidentally, they were added back with, from what I understand, a reversion in specific code bits. So accidentally deleted and then undeleted, which may cause issues. So for anyone diving into the FCS building and modeling side of things, you will need to test these on experimental. Otherwise, if it gets pushed to stable again, you may run into issues that nobody is aware of, and we may be waiting, maybe another year for them to patch things. Merging level data is always messy. This one is simple enough to test. Basically download two town mods and merge one into the other, see if the new town spawns properly where it's supposed to be and all the data is in the correct folders, etc. If you know anything about towns, adding towns, modding towns, and merging files, please do test this. Spell check may have some issues, but they're likely to be minor. There could be words between English and British that are spell checked incorrectly. That would be a big thing, but otherwise I would say use if you're German, use German translations. If you're Spanish, use Spanish translations. Make sure all that stuff works correctly. New shortcuts should work, but always worth testing. There's new global shortcuts for the FCS. Those are listed in the Steam patch notes, which will be down in the description. I couldn't find any issues myself, but there could be the odd key press that doesn't register. Keyboard layouts may be different, etc. Find and replace got a massive overhaul. This could be a big one, and this could have a bunch of issues. Something that I don't know. I sadly don't know much about this feature because I never tried it in the last patch or the last 1.0.63 a year ago, and kind of just I broke Genesis, reverted it back, patched it up, and then that was that. And the biggest one, the cleanup feature. As I've already merged refresh mod into Genesis, this leaves me in a tight place to test things. I don't have a backup to test comparisons on, so the best I can do is rely on the modding community to pick up my error in FCS testing. So basically, the current live version has some bugs that refresh will fix, but they're minor enough that I've basically ignored them for now. So if I merge refresh on the new live version for a test, it basically doesn't change anything that I haven't already fixed on the current in development version. So I need people to test the cleanup feature and check with refresh to see what has changed, what's been fixed, and stuff like that. I'll also have a list of all of the changes. Actually, all of the changes are in the refresh change notes. So all of those changes will be listed. You won't have to go into the FCS mod and check all the changes. So what should you do if you encounter a bug, right? This time, Lo-Fi has asked that people testing post on Lo-Fi forums in the bug thread. This will keep Steam issues or stable issues and experimental issues separate. As the devs are trying to expand on what we have, we should make sure that we can do what we can to aid the community to avoid buggy releases. Anyways, if you guys are curious about anything, all links are in the description. Feel free to comment below with any questions you may have, and I will try to direct you to all the right links. I'm Atlas, and I am out.